So, mabuhay everyone. My report is all about the framework of strategic implementation concept, factors causing unsuccessful implementation of a strategy. So, dito sa strategic implementation, pag-aaral natin yung mga concept, factors na nagko-cause ng unsuccessful implementation of a strategy. So, according to Blake, ang strategy implementation daw ay isang pagtatalaga or muling pagtatalaga ng mga leaders ng corporate at mga strategic business unit para i-match ang strategy. Yung mga leaders ay papaalam sa mga kanilang mga empleyado, kasama rin ang mga organization sa pagbuo ng mga functional policies tungkol sa struktura ng organisasyon at para suportahan at ma-achieve ang organizational objectives. Next is Steiner, Miner, and Gray define strategic implementation. So dito, ang pagpapatupad ng strategy ay naayon sa disenyo at pamamahala ng system na ginamit to achieve yung mga pagsasama-sama ng mga tao, struktura, process, and resources to achieve the organizational purposes. Next is the implementation of strategy. So, dito, isa sa mga proseso ng pag-activate ng isang diskarte or strategy. Halimbawa, kung may sakyan ka at inilagay mo sa neutral na gear pagkatapos ng kickstart or push button start. So mas mabuti na ilagay mo ang sakyan sa neutral gear dahil sa hindi aktibong posisyon nito. Hindi ka maaaring magpatuloy ng matagal gamit ang neutral gear maliban kung ilagay mo sa gear ang isang pagkatapos ay dalawa at iba pa upang mabigay ng paggalaw ng sasakyan para magpatuloy sa pag-undan. Next is concept of strategy implementation. So, ang ibig sabihin naman nito is put an organization's strategies into actions through procedures, plans, or programs. So, dito sa strategy implementations, this is an organization strategies into action through procedures, plans, and programs. Next is the concept of a strategy implementation. Yan. It's influenced by management perspective as management said that the strategies that are executed implementation stage. An effective implementation is really significant for an organization's growth, whereas failure and effective strategy competition may have negative consequence for an organization. So malalaman natin dito yung mga factor causing unsuccessful implementation of this strategy. So ito, there are 7 factors or reasons for strategy implementation's failure allow managers to master one of the greatest management challenges. So the number 1 is the incompetent management. So ang ibig sabihin ng incompetent management is unable to provide consistent and realistic guidance. Kulang si skills to manage a group of people. Next is a vague strategic vision, which is uncertain or unclear to strategize vision. unclear to decide a future vision. Yung parang hindi pa siya surely na ah, or undesired na future para sa vision ng isang company or organization. Next is an adequate strategy. So dito naman, there's a lacking quality or quantity required, insufficient for a purpose. Next is lacking implementation plan. So dito naman, ah, ah, kulang sa pag-implement ng plano ba? Then number 5 is an adequate planning and control. So kababayaan ng mga leaders, yun, kakulangan ng power to command. Number 6 is neglect of political interest. So, dito naman, kapabayaan ng mga leaders, yes, there are neglect to any power to command. Number 7 is a culture of fear. Dito naman, those culture who is existing any ay maaaring maging hadlang sa pagpapatupad ng strategy. Maaari silang matakot sa paggawa ng pagkakamali. Halimbawa nito ay isa sa lugar na may tagapamahala na autocratic leader, which can punish you dahil sa isang pagkakamali lamang. So kaya sinabing a culture of fear. The next topic is all about the activation strategy. So ano nga bang activation strategy? So, activation strategy is a process of stimulating an activity so that it's undertaken effectively. So yung isa siyang ang activation strategy daw is isang proseso ng pagpapasigla ng isang aktibidad upang ito ay maisawa ng epektibo. And ang pag-activate ng strategy ay kinakailangan dahil isang maliit na grupo lamang ang involved sa pagpapatupad ng mga strategy. So there is our following activities. We have the institutionalizations of strategies. Number 2, formulation of derivative plans and programs. Number 3, translation of general objectives into specific objectives. And number 4, resource mobilization and allocation. Next is the institutionalization of strategy. So, ito yung pinaka-first basic role of strategies in strategy implementation. So, there are two elements. We have the communication of strategy to organizational members and getting acceptance of strategy by these members. So, yung first elements is yung communication of strategy to organizational members is very important for an organization kasi kung walang communication between the members and leaders, ay walang mangyayaring proseso sa isang organization. And then number 2, getting acceptance of the strategy by these members. So you should consider and accept those suggestions of the members para idagdag sa pagpaplano ng strategy sa isang organization. Next is the strategy communication. So, ang role ng strategy communication ay upang ipakita sa miyembro yung buong suporta sa pagtanggap sa mga suggestion nila sa pagplano or pagbuo ng isang strategy. Yan yung purpose ng strategy communication. Then next is yung strategy acceptance. So, ito naman is you should accept their thoughts which they are responsible for the implementation of a strategy. Yung bagay yung pinapakita mo yung positive attitudes towards that strategy, which is nakakatulong sa kanila na gumawa because they are motivated to work. Next is the formulation of deliberative plans and programs. So, dito naman, if this strategy is institutionalized sa pamamagitan ng komunikasyon at pag-accept nito sa organization, may proceed para bumuo ng action plan. And next is action plans. So, ito yung pinaka most effective or pinakamabisang paggamit ng mga mapagkukunan sa isang organisasyon upang makamit ang mga layunin. Sabi nga nila sa kasabihan, you cannot plan without the action. So, kailangan ng action. Kailangan din ng action, not just a plan. Next is, we have the programs. So, yung programs naman is a single-use plan na sumasaklaw sa medyo malaking hanay ng mga aktibidad at tumutukoy sa pangunahing hakbang, ang pagkasunod-sunod at timing at responsibilidad para sa bawat steps na gagawin. Yan yung programs. Next is the translating general objectives into specific objectives. So, pag sinabing translating objectives into specific objectives is yung mga general objectives is kumbaga ang kalahatan, which meaning na yun nga yung parang general ba. So si leader is tinutukoy niya lamang ang mga importante or tiyak na layunin para sa organization, yung specific objectives na kailangan para sa isang organization. Then next is the management by objectives. So pag sinabing management by objectives or the NBO is isang tool para sa pagtukoy sa individual na antas sa isang organization. Then next is the resource mobilizations and allocations. So kapag nag-implement ka ng strategy sa isang organization, is kailangan na magkaroon ng sapat na mapagkukunan ng mga resources na pwede mong gamitin sa pagtupad ng isang strategy. So, next is the resources. So, yung resources na to is can be tangible. Pag sinabing tangible, nakikita, and yung intangible, which means hindi siya nakikita. So, ano nga ba yung mga example ng tangible, which is the people or the employees, and the intangible naman is yung skills of employees and capital equipment, brand names. Ganon. Yung mga resources na ito ay mga assets such as the employees, brand, and other variety of individual. So there are classified either tangible or intangible resources. So ano nga yung mga yun? So under the tangible resources, we have the physical people, value of its human resources, and the brand name. And while the intangible resources, we have the capital equipment, skills of employees, brand names, or finances and names. Next is the tangible resources. So, pag sinabing tangible resources, ito yung mga assets or ari-arian na nakikita or nabibilang sa mga such as company physical assets. Halimbawa is plant and equipment. Then next is the financial resources, such as borrowing capacity is an organizational resource such as its formal reporting structures and systems. And the physical resources, such as the location, kung saan nakatayo yung isang organization or company. And the next is the technological resources, which is the patent or the legal document and the trademark ng organization. Next is intangible resources. So, eto yung mga hindi gaano nakikita at hindi gaanong mahalaga sa mga tao. So, halimbawa is yung kaalaman nila or knowledge ng mga employee. And also the trust na hindi gaanong nakikita. So, dito, there are three primary classification of intangible resources, which is the human resources, such as knowledge, trust, and managerial capabilities. And the innovation resources, such as scientific capabilities and capacity to innovate. And the last is the reputational resources, such as the company reputation with customers and suppliers. So next is the strategic value of intangible and tangible. So, dito naman is yung pag-stratified ng pag-strategize ng value of tangible and intangible is very important, which can contribute to the organization. Next is the brand name. So, brand name, intangible assets. This brand name is very important because you and your customers can use them to identify a business as well as what it is offers. So halimbawa is yung logo design can influence also your customer's decision to buy something or an intern's decision to either continue working for your company or not. So example nito is yung Nike or Coca-Cola. Itong brand na ito is ginawa tugma sa product na ginawa nila. Sa name, palang is very attractive na. Kumbaga, yung Coca-Cola is pangalan pa lang, alam mo nang naiinom 'to. And yung Nike, alam mong brand ng sapatos ito. And also the structural implementation. So dito naman, strategy must be structured enough para mas ma-implement yung strategy na gagawin sa isang organization. Ito. So last is the successful implementation. So dito naman is yung matagumpay na pagpapatupad ng implementation sa isang strategy. Yun lang po. Thank you.